On today's episode, we are getting to the 12 bottles that will elevate the look of your bar. Shout out to Whiskey's for this idea. I go by the name of, let's get into this.
Play the intro. I go by the name of
Lord, let's serve you some whiskey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Woo! Now, folks, today it's been a while since we did one of these videos where I cleared off the shelf and put the bottles up there. I'll be honest, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but it's fun. It is fun. But let's keep the show moving. So, in no particular order, I just went and grabbed bottles based off the video. You know, if you ever seen the video, I'll go ahead and link it right there. Shout out to Wiz Eats. He did this video a while back, and I was like, yo, that's a dope concept. Like, what bottles, if I was to pick, would elevate the look of the bar? And they kind of led me to a few I picked today. So in no particular order, I'm just gonna grab the first thing that pops in my head when I see it. It is none other than the Frank August Case Study Number 2 and Pedro Jimenez Sherry Cask. Now, you don't necessarily need this one. So for this video's sake, I'm just talking about the bottle design in general. Frank August to me has kind of like a crazy nice, kind of like timeless like design. Like honestly, when the juice is done, you can just use it as a nice decanter. So I think honestly, any kind of bar, it will elevate the look, even if you got like the regular entry level one. That's just my 2 cents. Moving right along. Now, we all know Woodford Reserve, they do a bunch of LEs and they do like batch proofs and things like that. So anyone in particular, so this is the Woodford's Double Double Oak. This came out this year. I think this bottle design in general, honestly, will elevate the look of anybody's bar. Just look at it. Oh wait, look at it. That is super crazy. And the same thing with the Frank August. When that's done, you can use this as a decanter too. And I love this topper. So yeah, also this is pretty good as well. Oh yeah, see already, it's like 2 of them next to each other, right? Oh wait. So yeah, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna go in there. Yeah, so all the way in Japan, we got hibiki harmony. Now, think about for this video, I probably should have got the other one I have that was full, but same thing. This decanter is really nice. And on any bar, if anybody saw that, they'll be honestly curious. So this would be another one that I recommend as well. 3 in already, and that just looks crazy. I went over somebody's spot and they had those 3. I'm like, yo, I'm trying all of those. Hell yeah. All right, so moving right along, we got none other than the Michter's 10-year bourbon. Now, woo! Yeah, enough said. I don't even have to talk about this. I'm just gonna go ahead and I put that one right there. 4 in, and goddamn. Take a look at it. Let's go. So let's make sure 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next one, I'm thinking like, what's a cool bottle we can have that if maybe people knew about whiskey and they saw it on your shelf, would they be interested in try it? Or maybe not. It's none other than the Barter House Kentucky aged 20-year bourbon. Woo! I can hear the comments right now. Yes, it is unopened. It's orphan barrel. Put that on any bar and definitely people will try to crack it. I don't know if you guys can see how dark that is. That is crazy. That is crazy. So yeah, moving right along. All right, so make sure I got space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, cool. All right, and make sure I'm counting this all right. Okay, cool. So next we got up, I think everybody should have a vintage or a dusty whiskey on their shelf, in my opinion. So this one in particular is the Early Times. And this is the one, it's not the bottom bond. I believe this is 80 proof. Yeah, so this 80 proof and it's about 4 years old. And I want to line and say this is late 70s / early 80s. And I've been nursing this. I've been nursing this. But yeah, anything with like a vintage look to it or dusty is definitely highly worth it in my opinion. Already, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting to make sure we get you 12. Woo! Moving right along, if we're keeping up with the dusty antics, you got to get you an old school Kentucky Spirit bottle, you know, like the Turkey Fantail one. You know, why not? Already, if that just sat by a shelf, we just did that for the whole episode. That's it, folks. That's the episode. You know, people want to try that, right? Hell yeah. Just elevate the bar right here. So already, That just looks crazy. That should just be the episode. Moving right along. And if we're talking about vintage whiskey still, this is probably the oldest Johnny Walker that I actually own. And this is the Johnny Walker Red Label. And in particular, this actually is an import. I believe this actually came from Spain or Italy, because the label is in a different language altogether. But this got imported and I bought this in New York. And this was actually the first vintage whiskey that I ever purchased. And this is way before I did the channel. This is like back when I was drinking Scotch crazy. And that's the only thing I drunk. So yeah, gotta get you a vintage Scotch whiskey for sure. And you can get these for like the low. I'm not gonna tell you how much I paid for that because it was not the low, but looking back, it was kind of low. So yeah. So if we are sticking with the Scotch theme, hold on, let's do the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. Moving right along. So I think everyone should also try an Octomore. Just the bottle design alone. And this is the 14.1 Octomore. And look at this. This is crazy. Like, who doesn't want that? It's like matte black, right? That is super crazy. Oh yeah. So we're gonna put that one right there. Okay. Now we're still sticking with Scotch. You know, I'm thinking of like looks to elevate the bar. It is none other than the Ardbeg Tri-Harbon 19-year. And you know this is an Islay Scotch, and you know I love peated Scotches. So this is bottle alone itself. The label, everything will look crazy on your shelf. Oh yeah. I'm actually run out of space. I hope this doesn't fall because that would suck. That would really suck. All right. Now this last two are gonna be kind of like in the let's probably actually move this. There we go. They're gonna be like in the bourbon space. You know, it is none other than the little book, The Infinite Chapter. Now this is one I was thoroughly hunting. I think I did a video on this one. If I did, I'll go ahead and I'll link that one right there. And if I didn't do a video, I'll put some kind of crazy meme to suggest that I did not do that video and I spoke out of context. Just that alone. Honestly, any little book bottle or any Booker's bottle in general, I think honestly will elevate the look of your bar in general. It's nice and it's high proof, so yeah. So last but not least, let's go ahead and do a little counting real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you're probably thinking, Lord, what is the 12th bottle that would elevate the bar? Your bar, my bar, anybody's bar. Well, if you've been following this channel for a long time, you know I'm always growing and we're looking to grow the audience. When we hit 500 subscribers here, we're gonna open up none other than the Van Winkle 12 Lot B. Now folks, I think this will elevate your bar for sure. Woo, just the design of the bottle alone is like crazy. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be this one, but if you can find like a wine bottle S design bottle, you know, you did okay. Yeah, so these are my 12 picks for bottles that would elevate your bar. You know, it was kind of hard because there's so many other options I could have went with, but I was just thinking if I didn't drink whiskey or did and I went over to somebody's house and saw this, I'd be like, I'm in for a good time. Yeah, but you know, there were some, you know, some runner-ups, like obviously the Bardstown bottles designs, you know, I like Free Ranch and things like that, but you know, we got to go for the juggler. I was thinking about like kind of these nice, kind of simple but elegant, thoughtful bottles designs. Yeah, so let me know in the comments 1 or 2 things. 1, let me know your 12. Just go ahead and just list out 12 bottles in the comments. I want to know. 2, and let me know if you've tried any of these and which one is your favorite. So yeah, woo. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a good old like, comment, and subscribe. Woo. Oh yeah, and like we always say at this time, folks, cheers, salute, sante, Kobe, and all that jazz.